okay. Hey. Everything's okay. It'll be okay.
Well, it has finally happened. TikTok has been tick blocked from America. Let's have a moment of silence. Okay, anyway. I remember when Tumblr fell, like the great degenerate walls of Tumblr fell into the ocean and just out flooded every interesting form of human being that you could, like, with the type of fetishes that you would only know if you would, like, look it up, like furries, like, and back then, like, in real life, they'd just be normal people, but on the internet, they'd yiff. And furry artists and artists of other proclivities, degenerate proclivities, and they infested, well, it was Twitter at the time, they infested YouTube, they infested, like, Reddit, right? They spread out. It was like the containment zone was breached. And you get these odd people of this odd online ideation that, oh, everything needs to change to fit my sensibility. Like before, it was pronouns in the bio, but before that, it was your mental illnesses in the bio. So you had this complete unhinged lunatic talking shit to you, and you're like, "Who the fuck are you? Fuck off." And then a bunch of other of their friends would be like, "Oh, why are you talking shit about this person? They have, don't you see their disabilities?" I'm like, this person came the fuck out of nowhere, came to my doorstep disrespecting me. That fucking retard, stupid bitch. So we understand what happens because there's this odd idea that is never actually proven that if you just remove a thing, it's like like magic. People's brains would go like it. Like if you remove a vice, because at the end of the day, that's what Tumblr was. These people would just more like magic go back to being normal human beings and won't do the degenerate shit. Like this is just in any type of situation, this has just been proven wrong over and over, but it's something people say to make themselves feel good and to think that they're spiting this like facsimile of an enemy in their head. But no, what actually, like in reality, what actually happens is they go to other places. They take their ideations to Twitter, and then Twitter gets changed to Twitch, and they demand these changes to fit their sensibilities. I believe this is what's about to happen when this is like, I'd give it a month or so. Like you see just this influx. Like what's the demographic of TikTokers? Like Gen Z, you know, uh, upper middle or middle class, or I don't know, maybe liberal students at a college. Like they're going to just spread out to other places, like it's already happening. Like they're moving to Red Note, which is yet another Chinese spyware site. And some of the reasons of getting rid of TikTok just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, oh, well, it's spyware. It's like, oh, so they're doing the thing literally any American social media site does. It takes the data of its users. And now we care about that. Like, I remember when the Xbox 360 Connect wanted take the data of your child's pulse to give to the company. Everyone was like, what the fuck is this stupid shit? Get this shit on out of here. What the hell? But nowadays, people are like, no, no, the internet's completely safe. Yeah, you give us your phone number, your ID, your photos. You give us everything. Oh, you want to watch porn? We got to give us your government fucking ID to do that. Because, yeah, totally. It's not going to get leaked or data breached and be used as blackmail against you. But, see, we're trying to remove a vice because we have this ideology that we need to impose on complete fucking strangers. Oh, but we're doing this to save the kids, even though there's other free porn sites out there. And nigga, if I just wanted to watch porn, I'd just go to my friend's house. But no, we're doing this to save the kids because there are totally not such thing as bad fucking parents. Like, we want to remove all blame from parents as a whole and put it on just the vices, put it on, the coping mechanisms of why their fucking child is disconnecting. Like, this happens all the fucking time, right? And it's just complete moral busybodies that are using their ideology and try to impose it on complete goddamn strangers. And you know what happens? Like, you want to know reality? Because we can talk about, what you think will happen. Like, you'll successfully shame this person into being a normal human being. Like, that's what you think is going to happen. Reality tells you you're going to end up just creating an entire demographic of people that their entire worldview now is to spite you because you took something away from them, and now they're going to try to take something away from you. Everyone always wants to take something away from someone else, but when it happens to them, they get all up in a fucking flurry, right? And you act like I was never one of these people. Like, I grew up at a time where Pokemon was satanic, D&D was satanic, games were the devil. Like, you act like I was never one of these people, right? So I understand the mindset, and I don't care your morality. I don't care your ideology. I don't care. You took something from me. I'm going to take something from you. Like, this is reality speaking, not your idea, not the way you want the world to be. This is the way the world is. So this is what's happening. This is the phenomenon. I can't explain this. Like, I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I doubt even psychologists can explain this, right? It's just people wanting to spite you. And to spite you, you have people showing their legitimate, like, showing the message of them selling their data to the fucking CCP on Red Note, right? Putting in straight screenshotting it. Again, they're spiting you because you took something away from them, right? And I'm not even getting into the whole free speech thing because, should companies have the same protections as citizens? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of an irrelevant argument. But, okay, people say yes. Like what was that initiative? The free something? The Free People Initiative in America, where effectively gave companies the same rights as individuals to disseminate information between each other, and this was to fight communism. I'm pretty sure, right? It's effectively a rat bill, and because of that, people do have oh, you're shutting down this. Well, that is a violation of free speech, right? It is a violation of free expression. And make no fucking mistake, I don't care for TikTok. I hate TikTok. I think TikTok is absolutely ruining the attention span of people. But I think they have the right to have their attention spans ruined. Like, yes, like we have this system where we value freedom above all else, and people have the freedom to sell their fucking identity to the CCP. Like, it's like, are we gonna? Is this even a discussion? right? Are we going to now be like, no, in fact, you don't have the freedom to do this? Like, did what the things that happened over COVID not teach us anything, right? And now, again, I'm not even particularly mad. It's just I'm hearing so much stupid ass arguments that this to justify that. Well, equally enough arguments as to why this is bad, but the ones to justify is like, oh, kids will go back. So you got the kids will go back to being, stand up. You go back to doing shit. It's like no, they'll just move somewhere else, right? Like we learned this. Like wasn't the same argument said about video games and literally any form of entertainment that was addiction? Like you had a child that disconnected from reality to play his games, and the question was why. Well, again, they went after the mechanism used to cope with that. Maybe the child's autistic. Like maybe he's just antisocial, or maybe he's getting bullied in school. Like we don't want to ask those questions now, do we? Right? Apparently not. We want to go after the thing he uses to cope with all of that. Oh my god! I'm getting heated, and I usually I try not to let things online, really bother me, but sometimes you just hear some god awful, goofy doo doo poo poo arguments, and it's like how do people still think like this, right? Like you could argue that level of this is satanic, this is bad. Like you can argue that spawned, the whole woke movement because it's effectively the same tactics just for different reasons. And I do this thing where I do go back, like I commit the sin of actually listening to arguments in the past because most people are proactive, right? Well, some ideologies are proactive than reactive. They want to push a thing, but they don't even think about the implication or think about, oh, well, maybe we'll just fall into the same situations. It's like the more things change, the more they stay the same. So, yeah, my personal opinion, I don't fucking care about TikTok. Yeah, I mean, this entire rant is me not really caring about TikTok. I don't use it. But do people have the right to sell their fucking information to the goddamn CCP? Well, you sell it to America. Now, okay, it's a foreign company. Okay. I mean, isn't Tencent a Chinese company? That entertainment company, that any type of entertainment it has, it sells to both America and maybe China. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've yet to hear a cohesive argument. It's mainly just people trying to spite a facsimile of someone in their head, right? Complete fucking strangers. But anyway, I mean, F's in the chat for my Chinese spy that I would have had, but I don't. Well, I mean, I would have never downloaded that goofy ass app, but if I would, man, me and that dude would go so fucking hard. But anyway, that's all I gotta say about this. Peace.